you so much, beautiful souls, for tuning in. I'm just gonna be bold and speak for my soul, right? Mind, body, heart, and soul. Bold. I am whole in this expressionistic way that I got something to say, and so I hit record, and I'm just like, okay, what have it be? Oh, some stirrings in the mind. Okay, so let's dissect this time, and let's bring to life, for out of the shadows we bring to light life. This is right. Yes, I take a bite. Okay, so here we are. Why? That wasn't the question I was gonna ask, but that's the thing. Sometimes we can lose focus so fast, and then we seek for answers on the external lens when hip, we are to ourselves, in tune with spirit. We grew, and here we are, based off of behavioral conditioning and patterns, still externalizing and seeking outside ourselves something that cannot be sought or bought or found. What is that? Okay. As long as it's not an animal, just forgive me. No. That's just the natural process of it, and that's how it happened. I'm not saying that there isn't wisdom to be received from external people or things, because of course there is plenty, there's infinite potential of just learning, period, from every which orifice of life and light that exists, that can express in some kind of way. Like, that's always gonna be that way. What was I saying? Focus, regain, right? Not seeking outside of our monkey brain to entertain solutions that can only be found if we go in and seek what is here that we don't see is the me that I be. And so now I roam free, and I be listening, and I'm like, okay, spirit, I've always been listening, right? But then we still have these behaviors and these patterns of what that we do, that if we're not paying attention, we can easily just continue to do the same behaviors and patterns, even though when we are wising up too, you gotta think of what it is. Sorry, I just gotta turn this shit off because escalientes señores. And I'm speaking, I'm gonna open the window, right? That's good. Hot. Focus. Hocus pocus, we do focus. It's just speaking her poetries and expressions. I'm a channeling beast. Angelic is me. Write her before she speaks. So yeah, caused me to go in, because all day, one of the things that I'm learning, and it's not easy. It's not easy because I'm lava. I'll explain that in another video, exclusive to my website, which you can sign up for free. You know what I mean? Because that's how it be. More the succubi energy, feeding it myself. Like, here's drink from my boobies. They suck you dry, right? Those energies. So awareness is keen to the I, that is I, awakening to the times of the intuitiveness that is you, I. I'm gonna speak for myself here, right? And so I got a slick mouth, and I always got something sarcastic to say. So the art of silence, right? And just observatories, right? And then my lighthearted energies, right? I'm just naturally curly and sweet. But I bite. Especially if you're nice, right? Humor is my appetite. Right? Anyways. So cock back at me, loaded. There's an eclipse. Oh, stop. It's like late my time. It's none of your business what time it is, but maybe it's almost 2 a.m. I was howling at the moon and inside too. Right, so I have put into years of practice, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, because there's no such thing. It's a human distorted perception of a definition of a word that causes people to have dysmorphic like views about everything. Like body dysmorphia. They see something else, right? Perception. Whatever. Blah. But what was I saying? You're making my focus. This is not hocus pocus. This is going back into that focus. Right. So I have put into practice not being so quick to clap back, right? But still, that doesn't mean I'm exempt from being triggered, because we're always going to be triggered by where we feel the most. Duh. How you think a trigger becomes a trigger? You got to care about something. And so the trigger is always going to come from where you care. Duh. I mean, it's just common sense there, because when you don't give a flying hoot about some jackal, jickle, blue, what damage can they really do, right? And so, but it don't mean I don't gotta clap back, right? And it don't mean that I got hair on my tongue either. It just means that I understand better my position on these lines, which is most important to me in my own understand that peace is who I am. And so you get a pass. Well, you don't get to pass go again. Anywho, but right? So, what was the whole purpose of this? Right, so I've definitely applied this method of STFU, right? Just chill. And I started to implement consciousness into the scenario and say, okay, what is this that I'm to learn? Right? Especially if I'm not liking its feel. Right? Before I speak things not so real, going from my emotional fields and cause a war for real. What is it that I'm to see that I don't see at this time, so that I can move in full align? Because wise is I to be that conduit of an example that serves me best, because I've already made peace as to why I do what I do when I do what I do. It's not some fabricated goop of a not knowing who I am. Right? United, I stand, mind, body, heart, and soul in full alignment with myself first. Obey my thirst, right? But that took time, right? People want instant fame, instant this, instant gratification. That shit takes time. What is time? Time is of distorted humankind's illusion, but yet it does exist. It's just a measurement. Let it go. Look at it as that. It's a measurement. It's as much of a tangible measurement of something perceived to exist that you can measure to some kind of comparison to something else. I don't know, but like, you want to break down the system. So time is of the essence, is of what you make it, right? You gotta have a whole evolution in 3 seconds. Oh, we're having one right now. And I gotta hurry up too. But yeah, right? So I've learned that when people say something that bothers me, instead of going to clap back in my defense mode, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I'm still exempt from this, because, oh, trust me, but I don't got any more of that bow and arrow, right? Like, no. Oh my God, I just got checked in myself right now, because that's bullshit, because I never had the freaking bow and arrow. Now I got the bow and arrow. Now I'm like, try me. Whoa. Okay, revelations. Here we go. But anywho, right? So the seeds we sow with the discipline we employ into our being, because how we perceiving is how we're going to be receiving, right? And I have been shown, because of doing this time and time again, every single time, to be exact, every time I've disciplined myself in such a way, I learned something evolutionary for myself, that's revolutionary in its cause, that I'm so motherfudging thankful for. And I'm just like, wow, that's great. That's great. Right? That's fudging great. Hold on. I'm gonna pull over so that I can do this. And then I gotta go. So I'm gonna get to the point. 1414, which is 5-5, which is change, right? Transformation. Some change. Reduced down 10, which is having learned the whole entire cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, getting to 10, transformation, new beginning, ending, right? Into the new, you bring in the 1, singular, whole, into the portal, that is your now fool's opportunity. I did a reading on the divine masculine and divine feminine energies before this one, and the Fool came out. But it's after having learned and having to surrender to the new that's formulating through this transitionary period of massive change, massive evolution, especially if you've been working on you. Doesn't matter how long, time is of the essence. It's quality versus quantity all the time. Get it right. Quality versus quantity. I tested this theory out already for myself to understand the quality versus quantity. That's the things that we have to do for ourselves. You're a scientist. You're a magician. You gotta figure out your alchemy, right? You gotta do your own science labs. I help you with this. IntelligentlyBabbler.com. Seriously. But, right, so do you see that? That's crazy. The interruption. Okay. Right when I was about to, because I got focused to say what it is that I needed to say, a distraction will come out and like want to plague or play, right, and distract you in every kind of way to not do what you desire to do or want to do, or lack the discipline of in doing. And so it's like, here is like a test, right? That's what it feels like, right? In that kind of way, because the challenge is overcoming it and doing what you're being led to do. It's divine leads you in that inspirational kind of way that you only feel and see. It's not for anyone to validate for you, because no one is made to feel that but you. No one's made to express that but you. No one's made to create that but you. So seeking the validation of others around, I mean, you can find supported systems that are healthy, right? But what's the chances in really finding that, right? When you got such a toxic America, a world that is so trapped in the illusion of separateness. Is that a word? Anyways, this wasn't supposed to be about that. I said I was gonna get to the point, but whatever. Right? So earlier I was triggered when I was watching my goddess sister's channel, Shanique. I love her and her expressions. And she was speaking to me because she does the lives, which you should definitely go check out because she's dope as funk. Yeah. And she had, it's none of your business of what it is, and I'm not gonna go sit here and be word for word of what it is. I'm just giving you the gist, the energy, and the lesson of it for me, for take it how it resonates. You know what I'm saying? She had said something that bothered me, right? You know how, like, if something is said that bothers you, it's like, why does it bother you, right? And that's the uncomfortable part, the one that you hear faintly but you don't want to address yet, right? And then it got me to the thinking all day, right? Because you think about the triggers in that kind of way, you be in that mental state that's like the 9 of Swords kind of energy, right? Where you are, it doesn't have to be anxiety, but it could just be in your thoughts, right? Not so much worried, because I'm alchemized in a different kind of way. Like, I'm not stressing or vibrating even any of that. I'm just conscious and I'm aware. Like I was telling my brother Bear earlier, I said, you know, sometimes I wish I didn't notice everything. Because I had noticed something and he was like, oh, you know, it's true that you came over here and you asked the way that you did because it was healthy. Like, I wasn't being toxic in my approach. I'm just like, who did blah, 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 right? Because ask and ye shall receive, right? So here we are, right? Aligning by far with our intuition, with our knowingness, right? Our claircognizance, right? And we just here rocking and vibing. And so it's about trusting now. And you must act in accordance to that trust. So to seek outside of you still what you already motherfucking know makes you still misaligned and blind to the power that is you. Let's be true. And so I know now why it bothered me. And I'm like, oh, Spirit, you're so cute. And I love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not personal, right? The triggers. Unless you take it personally. Because she got real assertive, too. And she's always loving on me, too. So, it was spirit talk. That should be real. You know? And so, it was awesome, for real. I love when chirp, whatever. Chirp. I don't know what that is. I love when Spirit checks my ass. I'm like, Spirit, I hear you. Damn. I still be on that stupid. That's my humor that I am comfortable with myself. That's for my health, well styled. And that's my comfortability with me. Right? That's my joke. So I'm me. I'm not hurting me. I'm in alignment with me. I understand me. So that's a lot of like what I do, which is assist you to identify the you too that you don't see, right? But yet here we are still seeking outside of us something that can only be found if we just trusted ourselves, because it's there. Right? Oh, you're not this. When someone tells you you're not this, right? How quick are you to prove, right? Like, wait a minute. Ooh, don't be telling me that. Don't talk to me like that. What you mean is I'm always right. And Bukachum and Pakacham. And you just like, Spirit, I'm about to have a bratty episode. My feelings get hurt. Right? How often our feelings get hurt? That's a trigger. Trigger. What's happening here? You have that answer. And when I was saying that, when I said what's happening, I saw 707. And then it gets me because you know how my mind be, right? 14, which is 1 plus 4 equals 5. Change, 5, 5, 5. Transformation, portal time. Yeah. And that's it. So, embrace your divine dial-up connection. And make time and effort to continuously get to know and connect with how you operate. And anytime you seek outside yourself for something that can only be found from you to give to you, be like, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me experiment myself. I thought you hear things. Is it not a constant dialogue? So what the fudge? And then I understand why. Discernment is wise. Sometimes you got to be shown certain things to see the behavioral patterning and conditioning, and then all it is meant for you to do is find why you do what you do. And I love that. I'm an advocate and also a supporter of all systems that work and that have power to empower. Infusion of shadow work, light work, right? That's motherfudging heavy. That's why the transmuters are ready. We heal. I used to watch Woody Woodpecker and drive my family crazy with that laugh. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that on my website, though. Now everybody gets the pleasure of seeing that silly side of me. Go to my website, enchantressdbabbler.com. Alright, so thank you. I hope that you understand what you understand, or you overstand, and that we just vibed beautifully. Do you know what I mean, jelly beans? Thank you so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe, comment, and let me know how this resonates with you still. Opening dialogue. And also go to my website, enchantressdbabbler.com. I'm also on Instagram at enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. I just created a TikTok. I'm learning how to do it. My daughter gave me a mini zap tutorial earlier today, and I was spinning, like, literally. I was like, I'm overwhelmed. I was like, this is why this is not that simple. Like, I like simple stuff. Like, so, like, you know, and I'm very, like, simple and that. Like, she's like, it's you're old. Simple. Like, you got me doing too many things. Like, that's the chemical chaos meeting technical chaos. And it's just, but I get it, you know? So, it's just breaking behavioral patterns and perceptions too. But either way, thank all of you. Also make sure to follow my, everything will be in the description box below. Thank you. I wrote a book. It's like an oracle. You turn to any random page and there is a love message for you in every kind of way. It's poetry. It's madness. It's cosmic. A cosmic meeting with another soul shocks her whole.